Hello, hello. Let us put our troubles aside and enjoy some Zero AD. Today is Sunday, November 24th. I had a great morning. It is Sunday. I went for a run. I'm having finishing breakfast now, and I thought I would watch a replay. So, fitness check, nutrition check. There it is. Replays. Zero AD check. And I want to watch this crazy map, this game on a crazy map. It's a 4x4, and it's run by these two dudes who seem to only play this mode and kind of bully people in this mode, which I'll say is a good thing. Video games are the place to bully people. Um, yeah, as are combat sports. So, whoops. So it's loading now, and it's a desert map with very few resources. And I think in general, I have four pieces of advice for desert maps, and they are as follows. First, choose a civilization that doesn't need a lot of wood. For example, the Ptolemies can hire a bunch of mercenaries for metal instead of wood. And here's Other. He's going to be a star this game, and I'm his teammate playing those Ptolemies. So that's number one. Choose a civilization, or at least a civilization that has slingers, so you don't need all the wood for javelin throwers. But ideally, a civilization that can hire mercenaries. That's number one. Number two, cavalry is more important because you need to expand your territory. Like you need to just have such a big footprint to have access to resources. So the ability to quickly raid,
Yeah, see?
you know, people's like different little economic zones is important. So cavalry is important. Number three, uh, because territory is important and access to resources, there's a little bit of an advantage for the Ptolemies and the Seleucids who can quickly put up a military colony instead of having to build an entire TC.
Yeah, see?
And gosh, there was a fourth one. What was the fourth one? Oh, trade. Yeah, get that trade. If there's little wood, get your trade posts up and start using trade, either by sea or by land, to get wood. So that's that. And I'm gonna try to watch two people simultaneously. Here is Other. He's a super strong player. Playing the Macedonians, they have some good mercenary cavalry, stage 2. So I'm gonna try to follow him and Jack Mack, one of the guys who runs this game. He had a really he takes a really interesting strategy, and I think he hosts the game, and he does something that's a little sneaky. Like there's an alternate win condition. You can win by destroying your opponent's TCs and military colonies. So if your TC and military colonies all get destroyed, you lose, even if you have a ton of units on the map. So he uses the Seleucids as well. And he does this elephant raid, and he's really effective. So I want to look to see how he's going about it. The Seleucids, like, they don't... Oh, and he got lucky on this game, because look at all that wood. Like, this is worth its weight in gold. So he's doing great. Oh, and his teammate, Hobby also has a bunch of wood, so good on him, too. Yeah, so we do not have a bunch of wood. Oh, actually, Houthis for Peace, funny name. He does, my neighbor here. There's my little scout. So I'm gonna mostly try to pay attention to Other, who really dominated this game, and Jack Mack, who follows a good strategy. And I like both of their civilizations. I play both the Macedonians. Wow, look at that scouting. But that's Hobby doing the scouting. And wow, look how quickly Jack Mack figured out his area, checked out all those corners. He's got a ton of wood, so maybe a lot of what I said about the wood doesn't matter for him. By the way, the Seleucids do seem to need a lot of wood. they don't have slingers at all, so they need for their soldiers wood. But I think the Seleucids have a military colony even cheaper than the Ptolemy military colony, so they could expand their territory very quickly. And they have a super overpowered cavalry general. So what I said about cavalry being important on desert maps is the Seleucids are good for that. So let's see what's going on. So good starts. Jack Mac, Houthis for peace. Other and then lagging a little bit in fourth place is me. Those are the good economic starts. And each team has a noob, Gunler and Ibrat. Happy to have the noobs, happy to have good players who need to grow the community. And it's good when it's balanced like this.
DSD.
One noob on each. And who's Teal here? Zaki King. I don't think I know him. Oh, and let's switch to my view. I thought I had a good cavalry raid, something I'm getting a little bit better at. See, you remaneuver some of your cavalry while the others keep shooting. And I should have quit while I was ahead. So look, 6-1, I think that's a respectable start. I had attacking on two flanks. Zaki didn't see this camel, so I killed a bunch of women here. But I think I just went for too much, and what would have been a good cavalry raid turned into a meh. Look, he finished off all these women. And here I'm just being too ambitious, too much. I should just run away completely. Like one shot from a spearman finished off that wounded camel. Spears do 3x damage. Now I did take out all these infantry in the end.
DSD.
But Zaki reacted really well. He started making Javcav. Javcav is fast and they're more powerful, less range but more powerful than the camel archers. So he reacted really well. Oftentimes cavalry raids are successful because, not because of the damage they do, but because it just brings out mistakes in your opponents. And Zaki made mistakes in the beginning, not noticing that last camel attacking from the flank, but he reacted really well with a bunch of Javcav. And I think in the end, what's the count? 15 kills, 9 losses. Yeah, and because I lost all cavalry, where he lost a combination of cavalry soldiers and women, it's rated as about even. Should have quit while I was ahead. Alright, but let's pay attention to the guys that we're trying to learn from, to the mighty Jack Mac, specialist at this map. Wow, early phase 2s from a bunch of people. Oh, from most people. We're at 6 minutes. See, I think that's what I kind of learned. That on desert maps, you don't boom your economy as much in phase 1. So look at the support units. 52 from Jack Mac, just 32 from me, 52 from other. Yeah, so a little bit less economy. And earlier phase 2s because you need to get your trade up. And everything I said about desert maps might not apply to Jack Mac here, because look at all that wood that he has. Let's switch to other. Whoa, look at the population counts. Other is already at 100. Jack Mac is at 80. Me, well, I was rushing, but I'm only at 60. How did he go so fast? Okay, so he did build two... barracks. Oh, and what an interesting economic approach. He's trying to do it with corrals instead of granaries. So he's dedicating himself to the cavalry approach, but doing it very sort of patiently because he built barracks. He's not built a stable. So he's planning ahead and hoping that he doesn't have a big fight with Javi here, who's already putting a military colony and the gate. See, this is their strategy, and I think they do it really well. Look, Jack Mack is doing the same thing here. So they control the passes. On this map, there are passes, and both Javi and Jack Mack fortify the passes, maybe to neutralize the opponent's cavalry. So this kind of plays into the hands of Other, because he seems to be taking a long-term strategy here, setting up for Corral, so he's going to have cavalry feeding him, but he hasn't yet built stables. And then something interesting happens here. Like, I think Houthis for Peace had the same idea as me to go after this wood, look, but Houthis for Peace ended up just suiciding past this military colony loaded with soldiers. So look at what happened to the kills. Houthis lost 29 with only 11 kills. So good job on by Jack Mack and Javi fortifying the passes as part of this strategy. Yeah, so I thought my own thinking here. So I was in the I was on the border. So during my cavalry raid, I noticed this huge forest, and I thought Zaki is a noob, and I'm gonna put a military colony here. Amazingly, Houthis for Peace snuck a few people past, and he is following through on the strategy that I wanted to pursue. Just 2 Javelineers made it. That's hilarious. Wait, is Houthis playing the Ptolemies or the Seleucids? The Seleucids. Let's check populations. Other 116. Number 2 is Jack Mack and Houthis, both with 95. I only have 80. I thought I was way behind, but I'm only a little bit behind. Javi also 80. Okay, but I want to study. Wow, look at that. What's Other doing for food? Oh, Other is trading for food. Look at that. Can I hit enter and see a record? See, has sent food, has sent wood. Other is trading food for wood, stone for wood, metal. Man, he's just trading like crazy. Stone for food. How is he getting his food? 9 corrals. I don't understand. Oh, and he already has trade set up. And look, and as do I. And look, this is a beautiful trade, because the further you go, the more you make. So we're going from one edge of our team to the other. Can I see how he set this up? 100 or 9 land traders. Wait, he's giving away food, and he's getting wood and a little bit of other resources. But where is he getting his food? I don't understand. Oh, I guess he's just been picking the berries. Could that be? I'm amazed that Other has exploded in population, and I'm sure he's number 1 economically. Oh, tied with Jack Mack economically. I'm impressed that he's done all that, and gosh, just with berries, amazing. Is he phase 3 already? Yes, he is. Early phase 3. Super low resources. Look at that. 800 food, almost no wood, almost no stone, 300 metal. See, the top players, like, as a consequence of their efficiency, the balances of their resources are super low. Really interesting fight here. Look at that. Houthis for Peace sort of spoiled, or at least made more difficult Jack Mack's access to this huge forest. But I mean, Jack Mack has his own giant forest here. Holy smokes. 65 women chopping wood. I guess he decided he had enough food. Jack Mack, 90 women. But I guess he went over this one to just support his control of the border. And what I do in this game quite often is I use catapults to destroy these multiple times, and he rebuilds them. Interesting strategy, right? They control both passes. Javi over here, Jack Mac over there. And then Jack Mac kind of blitzes with his elephants. Wow, he's making even more women. 104 women support workers. Wow, this is just bonkers. Still stage 2. Other went for the early stage 3, and it seems to be paying off. Houthis for Peace has the #1 population now, despite sort of suiciding at that crossing to get this thing established. It's really funny.
DSD. 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 DSD.
And now Zaki is coming here. I don't know if he can take out that. I think he's just gonna waste it. And he brought a bunch of women. Maybe Zaki is a noob. I think during the game I thought this was Zaki's military colony, so I was like, wow, he knows what he's doing. But no, he looks extremely weak. 23 population. Gunler 23, Ibrat 40. Okay, so this is like a 2 versus 3. Me, Houthis, and other versus Javi and Jack Mac. Yeah, okay, I guess we know why they lost, but they still did surprisingly well. Well, other might have won by himself. Okay, so let's see. Other is blowing up that wall. Controlling the passes, interesting part of their strategy. And Other still has not gone full cav mode. He only has three cavalry collecting food. He's favorably trading stone for food. Very interesting. He anticipated that the market price for food would be favorable, which is a safe bet on desert maps. Look, 100 stone for 132 food. Really like good thinking. Like, you know and I think so. He's just booming his economy. Oh, Other also has over 100 support workers. Houthi has 150 support workers. Gosh, remember what I said about not needing that many support workers on desert maps? These guys were proving me wrong. Although they did go to phase. I was talking about phase 1. They all did go to phase 2. With very few workers. Multiple markets too. Who would think to build multiple markets?
DSD.
Brilliant, and archers, the longest ranged units, are protecting, stopping the repairs of this wall. So Javi very sensibly is building a second wall. Beautiful play, like just using the correct units in the correct role. Did he upgrade his cats? He did not. So I always wonder what's the priority, making more catapults or upgrading them. I tend to go for the upgrades. Let's look at Jack Mac now. He's in the pocket position, so this area is pretty safe.
Yeah.
Houthis for Peace still has this little base here, but he's building more. What's he doing?
DSD.
Yeah, and he's just using the swordsman who, I love it. I'm surprised they didn't get rid of this. I guess Zaki really is proving to be a noob, but he could build a couple catapults and destroy that fairly easily. He's playing the Athenians. They're perfectly capable of doing that. Oh, sometimes this map has water in the middle, and sometimes it just has this impassable cliff. So if it's water, everyone gets a tiny little beach, and you can actually do amphibious raids. That's kind of hard to do. Alright, 17 minutes. Trade is happening aggressively. One thing that I learned during this game, if the win conditions, the conditions to win the game, include that sneaky one where you just have to destroy the TC, doesn't matter if the enemy still has units, then it's a no-brainer to build backup TCs, which is something that Houthis and I did at the end of this game. We put additional TCs or military colonies on other parts of the map so that Jack Mack couldn't just blitz with his elephants and destroy them and eliminate us. Fortress right there. Wow, real competition for the passes. That's another thing that I'm appreciating. And there's one general on the map. Which general is it? Jack Mack has a general. Seleucus the First. I always thought Seleucus, who was one of Alexander the Great's generals, shouldn't be the elephant guy. I thought he should have some other powers that are truer to history. Alright, Jack Mack. Yep, very sensibly, he's building his... Oh, he's building siege and elephants.
EST.
What is that cataphlact to? Ooh, cheaper champion elephants. That's a good one. I actually saw this catafalque on the... Is that how you pronounce it? I saw it on the map, and I'm like, I'm the Ptolemies. They build elephants, but not champion elephants. Probably this doesn't apply to me. However, I should have grabbed it anyway, right? If not, just to deny it to Jack. And I could have easily. Gain a slow trickle of metal. Wow, that's a good one. Alright, so what's going on here? Are these cats gonna do counter battery? Houthis at full population, Jack Mack near full population. Other drop population a lot. Oh, is he attacking? Is that why? Yeah, he's in the fight. He upgraded something. What the heck did he upgrade? Oh, the time that it takes to produce. Huh, that's usually the last one that I go for. Interesting. Wow, really intense fight over this pass. Oh, they're definitely getting the better of it. Yeah, look at that military chart. Jack Mack with the best economy. Though my economy has caught up. Almost. Whoa, Jack Mack. Oh, I'm sorry, that was units produced. I thought that was kills. No, the kill ratio is 28-3, still not much. Other, pretty close combat there with Javi, getting the better of it, but only modestly so. Good place for Temple, if you're not afraid of the opponent. Oh, see, Alexander came out. Control expanded. Did you notice that green line? But Alexander is immediately in the fight. I've lost generals this way because they come out aggressive when they're made. You have to manually down here set them to less aggressive. So he might lose Alexander. Oh, it looks like he got control of him. He's using Alexander to scout. He still has him set to aggressive. Great play by Other. Just not making mistakes. Oh my goodness! 7 rams.
Yeah, see?
19 versus 20.
Yeah, see?
Alright, see, and this is the setup Other has been playing for. 12 stables! Amazing! It's a strange place for a field. Beautiful setup by Other. By the way, Other was in I should make a video, the greatest game of Zero AD ever played. It was a game that also had some alternate win conditions. You could win by creating a wonder and keeping it for 20 minutes. And I was an opponent of Others, and he lost all of his teammates. So it was like 3 versus 1 or 4 versus 1. But he walled himself in. This was on the ambush map, and there was just like one extremely long pass to get to where Other was, and he was the only one aware that there was this alternate win holding a wonder. So it just became a game whether the 4 of us could break through this pass and destroy his wonder. I don't think I saved that game because like I disconnected and then reconnected, and that interferes with the save. Wow, look at that, beautiful. So anyway, in this greatest game that was ever played, he just had like 20 catapults and 20 walls blocking the pass, stone walls. Like it was just this massacre of catapults, where his catapults were destroying ours were shooting both his catapults and trying to destroy the walls. And I won't say the ending, but we were under a minute. Like we finally closed in on his wonder with just 1 minute left, and if he held the wonder, he won. And if the 4 of us or 3 of us, if the whole team didn't destroy the wonder, then we would have the humiliation of losing this game, which, you know, it was an even game at the start, but for the majority of the game, because we knocked out his opponents, like it was 1 versus 3. Greatest game ever played. Huge fight here.
Yeah, see?
Very nice rating behind the main fight. Wow, look at that. Bolts. I love it. And it's all carried on the back of a very robust trade. And what's he trading? He's trading food. Oh, for a balance. More food. Wood, a little bit of stone, a little modest amount of metal. Building a theater to expand his territory control. Oh, and he built a wonder. Alright, you're just having too much fun. You're not taking this seriously. I love the bolt strategy with the Macedonians, because people don't expect it, and you just start dying far away. But I also wanted to see this battle here, where Jack Mac gets the better of me, I hate to say.
Yeah, see?
So he has catapults for counter battery. And same thing, controlling the pass, fortifying the pass. See, he's gonna do this very smartly. He's gonna mass an army. I don't think he meant to pull this catafalque over.
Yeah, see?
Let's check Jack Mac Fortress. He did not get the fight, though it's very close. It's me destroying it. What's my problem in this game?
Yeah, see?
I'm getting will to fight now. And I got all my Smith upgrades, so I should be good. Why did I end up losing the fight here?
Yeah, see?
Maybe it was 2 versus 1. Maybe Zaki's still looking weak, though he's a little bit better, close to 100 population. Man, this is unfair. Look at all that wood. He's not even chopping it, whereas we were starving for wood. There was this little forest. Oh, actually, that's actually pretty good. Houthis for Peace has this forest. Alright, so here's where I lose.
DSD? DSD?
Only 93 units. And where are my units? I got a lot of traders. Is this all the military I have? '93 versus
DSD?
Zaki has just a little bit there, same as Houthi has.
DSD?
Jack Mac. I think we've already been retreating. How does he win this so easily? Look, I sent my
DSD?
horsies out to attack his javelins. How did I lose this? Was the difference the elephants?
DSD?
Should have gone over that more slowly. And probably I didn't build up the capacity to rebuild. Because look at that, I've got ridiculous food and like it's embarrassing to have that much. It means you're doing something wrong if you have that much food and wood. So if I